Don Lemon and Piers Morgan just gave us one of the wildest on-air clashes in recent memory. The moment started when Piers decided to roll the Nikki Haley clip, the same one that many linked directly to Don's firing from CNN. Right then, Don snapped, calling it an ambush and making it clear that wasn't part of what he agreed to.
Okay, did you invite me here to interrupt me, or are you going to let me
I think you're
answer
being
the
a
question?
complete dick, if I'm honest with you.
Okay.
I do.
Well, that's very kind and respectful of you.
It wasn't intended to be kind or
I don't like the
respectful.
hominem attacks. I could respond in kind.
You can
but
say
I
what you
won't,
like about me. I don't
think
care.
that I think that I'm above that. I'm not going to do that, Piers. That's not who I am.
I don't understand why you're playing the
attacks.
victim card when you yourself mentioned cancel culture.
Because Piers. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me do this.
What are you going to do? Read out my
If you
team's
want me
messages
to do this,
to you?
Piers, it should be embarrassing. Yeah, I can read out the team messages to you because I
What
just
are
think
you
it's
prepared to
completely
talk about,
unfair,
then, Dom?
and you know that. I'm prepared to answer your question, and then I'm going to move on. I told you I'm prepared to talk about Charlie Kirk's death, the response to it, and cancel culture, and and freedom of the press,
So
and freedom of speech.
You
I'm
were prepared to talk about
that.
cancel
But let me just
culture,
answer.
or you weren't?
Unless you. No. I'm not prepared
you're not
to talk,
prepared to
I
talk
can
about
talk about cancel culture, but that has, oh my God, Piers, could you stop interrupting me?
No,
are you
really,
trying
you're kind
to,
of exhausting
prove
me. It's
something?
ridiculous. Why would
All right,
you react
do
this
you
way
wanna
to a
continue with
perfectly
this? Are you
normal?
gonna let me
Obviously, if you mention cancel culture, obviously it's rational and logical that I would ask you
Piers, can
whether you felt what
please-
happened to you at CNN was that. I played the clip
Piers,
and then you throw
I've
a
given
hissy
you
fit.
a moment, enough. I've given you your moment.
I don't
This
want
is
a
going to go
moment.
viral, so please,
I don't want a
enough.
moment,
Yes, you
Dom.
do. Otherwise, you wouldn't do this. Otherwise, you would be a respectful journalist and host, and
I
you
don't
would
think
let
I'll
me
take
talk, but you
lectures
keep
on being a
jumping
respectful
in
journalist
because
from
you
you,
want a
Dom.
moment. Oh my gosh, Piers.
I won't.
I can't even hear because there's a delay and you keep talking. And what do you want me to do? Like rip the earpiece out in the mic and run off so you have a
No,
moment?
I don't care.
Are you,
You
going
do
to let me
whatever you
answer the
like.
question? Are you just going to keep pillaring me with questions?
I don't know why you've gone on this
and cutting me
weird
off
rant.
before
I
answer?
don't understand any of it. Why have you done this weird reaction? I simply asked you about whether you felt your departure from CNN was, in your eyes, an example of cancel culture. I played the clip,
Piers,
and
you're
I then
embarrassing
said,
yourself,
I then
and I
said,
tried
when you
to,
watch it back, do you
Piers,
really understand what you were saying?
This is why I don't do this, but you're embarrassing yourself, Piers.
Actually, you might be
and
embarrassing yourself,
you are-
Dom.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, you might be. Have you thought of that?
Okay.
You're a journalist. You don't want to talk about a story, a massive story that involved you?
Piers.
A do-over. Would you say that again? I mean, what led you to say
Okay,
that?
Piers, let me just say this. I'm going to answer your question, but just so the audience knows, and I hope you don't cut this out, when I asked you what subjects you wanted to talk about, you know what you said to me? You said, I want to talk to you about freedom of speech in America and the response to Charlie Kirk's death.
Yeah.
Not once did you mention that we were going to talk about CNN or whatever. So, and had I known that, I probably wouldn't have accepted this interview. You have invited me on many times, and I tell you, Piers, I know you. I would come on your show, but I don't do panels. And so when you said I'm not going to be involved in a panel, I agreed to come on your show. But I thought you would also stick by the subjects that you told me that you were going to talk about.
Just to be clear,
rather than try to ambush me with some.
His face, his tone, everything showed he felt blindsided. But instead of backing off, Piers went full throttle. He hit Don with a sharp response, flat out calling him a complete dick. That's where things exploded. Piers thrives on controversy, and this was his chance to stir the pot and create a headline moment. He knew exactly what he was doing by pulling out that clip. Don, however, tried to steady himself and keep the situation from spiraling, but you could tell he was frustrated. He wanted to control the conversation, not have his past mistakes thrown in his face on a live platform. It was two strong personalities colliding head-on, one trying to defend his reputation, the other provoking a reaction. At the end of the day, this wasn't just an interview. It was a showdown. Don wanted to protect his image, while Piers wanted the viral soundbite. Both of them got what they came for, but the tension was undeniable. Watching Don Lemon try to defend his position against Piers Morgan's relentless poking turned into a masterclass in ego versus ego. And the result was pure chaos, live on air.